This episode, we're back on my daughter's S10. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I am Joby. This is the Natural Gearhead Garage channel. That is my daughter's 2002 S10. We live in Central Florida. You can see it's already starting to rain on me. It rains pretty much every day down here in the summer months. This has an intermittent windshield wiper issue. So we're gonna change out the pulse circuit board, I believe that's what they call it, the circuit board inside the wiper motor. We got a new one, so we're gonna pull out the old one, jam in a new one, get that thing working. Right now, when it doesn't work, you gotta go in there, tap on it a little bit. She'll still fire up and work after that. But she don't care for that too much. When it's raining, she don't want to be getting out under the hood and tapping on the thing, getting it working. You know, we'll get my daughter dialed in this old truck here. So we're gonna get the Jeep out, get this put in, go ahead and start changing out this circuit board. All right, so we got the hood of the S10 open. Let me just show you where the wiper motor is. So right here, center of engine, firewall, this is our wiper motor. So I disconnected this clamp here and this clamp here just to let the harness hang a little bit, give us a little bit more room. We're gonna disconnect this connector right here and just pull up on this tab, wiggle that guy out, boom, done. So that's done, and then we're gonna be pulling this cover off. So let me show you on the new cover what we're dealing with real quick. So now we know the location of it in the engine bay. Here's what we're actually replacing. Here's our circuit board, the two contacts that whenever you slide this into the motor, that make contact with the connections of the motor to tell it high, low, intermittent, whatever. Here is the plug that we just disconnected over there. Kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Here's the cover, covering up the circuit board. Looks like they sent me a new screw that goes in here, so we'll be taking that screw out. And you can see there's two cutouts here, top and bottom, where there is a screw there and a screw there. But that's what we're dealing with here. It was a Torx 20. Oh boy, hold on. Torx 20 bit is what you're going to need to go ahead and get these bolts out. So I'm going to set the new bolt there so I don't lose it. Which I better tape it because I'll probably lose that. Yep, that's going to get lost. All right, back to the engine bay. I'm going to go ahead and pull this lower screw first. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it all the way out. Got it right there. Don't lose those. I'll set it over here where I can drop it on the floor and it can disappear. And then I'm going to take out this upper one. Same thing, I'm gonna just take it, set it over here. That way when it gets lost, at least they're both together. Take this guy out. I'm using a Milwaukee 1/4-inch ratchet here. You don't need this, obviously. You can use a 90-degree. I don't know if a regular Torx would fit in here because it's pretty tight. Or even like an Apex bit. I'll slide this out of the way. There you go, there's the cover. You can use an Apex bit and like a 1/4-inch ratchet. Now this should just slide out of here. I'm just gonna wiggle it nice and easy by the plug here. Boom, just like that. She slides out. Look at all the grease on this connection. That actually might be part of our problem. It's probably from the wiper motor. Definitely a lot of grease there. You probably could clean that off and get away with it, but we got a new one. So let me grab a new one real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe out some of the excess grease, I guess you would say. You don't want to wipe all the grease, it needs grease, but it's kind of everywhere at this point. So I'm just gonna wipe off some of this stuff, get it cleaned up a little, make sure those contacts are clean, and then we'll install the new board. All right, so we got our new one. You want the contacts facing the firewall. You got this lip on this connector. You'll see there's a groove right here. You wanna line that up with the groove. That should put you right where you need to be. Slide her in all the way till it's flush. Just be careful pushing on this circuit board. It is a circuit board. You don't want to get crazy. So get her in there where you need it. And I'll grab the cover and kind of get that set on there. Okay, we got the cover. All right, take our middle screw. I'm going to start that one first. I'm just going to start it by hand, just so it can kind of hold this in place. And then I'll get the other two screws started. We'll be on our way. All right, screws are all started. I'm gonna go ahead and run it in with this, but not too tight. I'll come back and do it by hand. I just wanna eliminate a little bit of the winding it in process. Definitely don't wanna break the cover. So just run these down a bit. All right, now I'll switch over to the manual. It's got a little 90-degree here. I think I got it on Amazon. I also have one I bought at Home Depot made by Husky. This is a VIM, but this is a really handy tool, especially for stuff like this. And you can use a socket on this side if you need it. So let's get this all snugged up and into place. Now we'll get our connector put back on. Boom. Hook up our harness. These just clip right into place. Slide that on. And then just click it like that. Done. Put this on. Done. Okay, it's good to go. Now we'll ops check it, make sure it actually works. All right, I'm just gonna put the hood down here. I'm gonna wet the windshield a little bit, just so we're not running it on there dry. And this thing, boy, yep, this thing is terrible. Make sure you have a good sprayer, especially if you're videoing and you, oh my gosh. Okay, stand by. We're back, same bottle, new spray top. Well, it's not new, but it's new to this bottle. Oh boy, what was in this before? Kind of looks soapy. It's gonna be fine. All right, soak this baby down and hope that it works. Key on. I'm gonna move over here so it doesn't splash me. We got mist. We got low. We got high. Let's try low again. Let's try the intermittent. She's in medium. It hasn't went yet. Oh, there it went. A little more water. Oh yeah, might as well clean it while we're at it. Oh yeah, she's working good. And it worked on the first shot. Sweet. All right, so that's it. She is fixed, ready to go, and ready for the Florida rainy summers. Like I said, it rains every day down here in the summer. But if you're looking to do this job, it literally took me maybe 10 minutes in real time. I know on the video maybe it's a little bit longer, but 10 minutes of your time, knock that out. If you're having that intermittent, they don't work all the time, is what I'm saying. And you have to go in there and beat on the motor or wiggle the wires around and it starts working again, probably your issue. The motors themselves are really reliable. The circuit board tends to have issues. It's over 20 years old, you're gonna have that. So it's just kind of how it goes sometimes when it comes to vehicles. But hopefully this will save you a little bit of money. It'll help you get back out on the road, and it'll give you a little self-confidence in knowing that you fixed it yourself and that it's gonna be reliable and you did a good job. So if you like this content, you learned anything from the video, like, subscribe, share, that would be great. That would help the channel a whole lot, and we'll see you in the next one.